the inhabitants of hell to counteract power of dominion of someone superior, and because they are not given to face superiors directly, so they do indirectly. They try to take away his favorite creature from earth, the man. Thus, each of us is a fighting ground in which good and evil are. Divine forces and evil forces confront each other, because ourselves will not let go the power of the devil. With our own strength, we will not be able to overcome evil within us. Little by little, demon mined the ground of humanity. He don't forget what his plans are in detail for this world, in which his maneuvering is so slowly. Step by step has been planned so madly, but still is in process over complete civilizations, until those plans are complete, until he takes what he needs from everything. Even when he get the control of humanity, devil at home starts from sheep. But today, while somebody is making something mad, demon will start allowing and helping the victim, and helping by that changing until that madness evil target process is done in the mind of that victim. Demon dedicates those terrible ideas to the soul of the human race, how much things has to be done, and by the time the demon dominating the weak soul, he agrees to stay and not want to leave, only to be watching what else he can madly have in that plans for that victim. Demon has captured the soul to be sheltered in a hidden way, like everything is okay, and there's no exorcism enough to get him out. So difficult it is to be out from devil purpose. When demon manage the victim from very deep inside in the purpose of that process plans, in a devil possessed person, demon only want and need to stay in victim's body until his evilness, madness, target procedures are finished, until it's Machiavellic, it's done. He will not lose a chance of misplacing an individual in anything if it's possible. And since he has been around since the beginning of the human race, he knows exactly how we think and live. Demon is always taking advantage of our weakness. It's like if someone is listening through our androids, our privacy conversations, messagings, textings, and others, people's mentalities over the world and the universe. We don't know where he is, but we know that somebody could have that devil in, possessed.
But this happens when an exorcism comes in between, when there is a devil inside a woman and she has the power full of doing whatever she wants, obviously managed by a devil. Even in front of a priest who has a cross to prevent all the damage. Dissociative identity disorder. What doctors say about those people's cases in which they don't find themselves. They feel that they are possessed sometimes they have another problems. But let's see what a specialized web page says about that. What the science says is that multiple personality disorder is thought to be a complex psychological condition that is likely caused by many factors, including severe trauma during the early childhood, usually extreme, repetitive, physical, sexual or emotional abuse. What is a dissociative identity disorder? Dissociative identity disorder is a severe form of disassociation, a mental process which produces a lack of connection in a person's thoughts, memories, feelings, actions, or sense of identity. Dissociative identity disorder is thought to stem from a combination of factors that may include trauma experienced by a person with a disorder. The dissociative aspect is thought to be a coping mechanism. The person literally shuts off or disassociates himself from a situation or experience that's too violent, traumatic, or painful to assimilate with his conscious self, who is at risk for DID. While the causes of dissociative identity disorder are still vague, research indicates that it is likely a psychological response to interpersonal and environmental stress, particularly during early childhood years when emotional neglect or abuse may interfere with personality development. As many as 99% of individuals who develop dissociative disorders have recognized personal histories of recurring, overpowering, and often life-threatening disturbances at a sensitive developmental stage of childhood, usually before age 6. Disassociation may also happen when there has been persistent neglect or emotional abuse, even when there has been no overt physical or sexual abuse. Findings show that in families where parents are frightened or unpredictable, the children may become dissociative. Studies indicate that dissociation identity disorder affects about 1% of the population. How to recognize dissociative identity disorder and its associated mental disorders? Those are characterized by the presence of two or more distinct or split identities or personality states that continually have power over the person behavior. With dissociated identity disorder, there is also inability to recall key personal information that is too far-reaching to be explained as mere forgetfulness. With dissociative identity disorder, there are also highly distinct memory variations which fluctuate with the person's split personality. The alters or different identities have their own age, sex, or race. Each has his own or her own postures, gestures, and distinct way of talking. Sometimes the alters are imaginary people. Sometimes they are animals. As each personality reveals itself and controls the individual's behavior and thoughts, it's called switching. Switching can take seconds to minutes to days. When under hypnosis, the person's different alters or identities may be very responsive to the therapist's requests. I want you to give me your comments, because some people think that they are like somebody else's, and they think, some of them, that they are in the personality of somebody else. Even they think they are possessed sometimes. And that's why I have explained you. This is a reading thing document from a web page in the internet. So you can find it out. I will give you the link. I think it's important to read. It is a scientific information that is necessary sometimes when there it comes, or when there is discovered a dissociative identity disorder. If you like this video, you can give me your commentary, and you can set the like, even you can subscribe to my channel. You are welcome. I'll be making very interesting videos. So until the next time,